to the Pick and Pod podcast. This is my co-host Zack, and this will be our very first recording. So, me and Zack are actually meeting for the first time today.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And before we started recording, we were talking about how we both got into basketball. So I kind of want to start the podcast with like an introduction of ourselves and how we both fell in love with game basketball. So you can start off first.
All right, cool. Well, I hooped a little bit growing up, like just in the neighborhood with the boys, and like I played travel in like middle school. That even counts as like real basketball.
No, I mean, play, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
I think I guess it counts. I'll count it. And then I mostly played football through high school, so I kind of.
I was gonna ask that. You kind of built, so I was like middle linebacker type, D-line. Okay, I was about to say okay.
Yeah, so football took my priority, but then I got bored of football, and I mean I was a Steph fan growing up, so like I was around for all that, Steph and LeBron, and all that stuff.
Right.
But then like around 2020. Basketball was the only sport that was on because of the bubble.
Yeah.
And Giannis was going crazy. I'm a Celtics fan. The Celtics were going crazy.
Wow.
Yes.
See, that's great. I was Lakers fan. You're a Celtics fan. So we automatically have like a kind of like built-in debate.
We got beef.
Yep. Even though like I wasn't like really locked in when it was like Lakers Celtics round. Because Jason Tatum was my favorite player. Like somebody Duke, I love Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown because if you go to see his development from his first year. Like, I'm talking about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was literally just like a guy that got his points off his cuts and just have like a good point guard on his team. Like, he didn't have bag, like really. He just, the only thing that you could really say.
Really have a bag.
Okay. Yeah. He got one, but but he get it off. You know what I'm saying? He get it off. Yeah. But like,
he does his thing.
He just came into like, you knew he was going to be really good as a defender, just like, wingspan, everything. Just he had to be a good defender. But the offense, he gonna stop with that first. No one can stop.
Maybe the elbow.
Only thing that can stop Lucas, who let's be honest. I'll just be honest.
And Nico.
True. That which is great. We gotta talk about that at some point.
We'll
But with me, so I grew up around like basketball family. I was kind of a nerd when I was growing up, really. Mm-hmm. So like I wasn't really into sports like that until I got older. Started doing track, whatever. But basketball, I would say, I grew up LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Miami Heat era specifically. So when everybody hated him, that's why I came up. I think I watched the decision like on TV at my uncle's house actually.
I wish I had that.
Yeah. I have a really good memory. You're gonna see that as like we keep doing podcasts. I have a very good memory.
Yeah.
But my uncle, big Kobe fan, very big Kobe fan. So whenever I would go to his house, he would always have Lakers games on. So I just gravitated towards them, really. Like, if you want to quiz me at any time, I was a Lakers fan, 2013, 2014, around that time. We had...
That was a horrible time.
Yeah, I know, but I was a kid, so I thought it was decent. Nick Young, Rob Sakura, Chris Copeland, even, you want to go later on, Jordan Clarkson.
Right.
I was there when it was bad, so no one can be like, I became a LeBron fan. I became a Lakers fan when LeBron came. I was there. Yeah. I was there through the hard times. Then hard times after the ring. You know what I'm saying? The year we didn't make playoffs with that old ass team, you know, Trevor Ariza.
Yeah.
Hey, who really thought? Hey, y'all try to convince myself.
Who was the big for that team?
We brought back Dwight.
It was Dwight, and it was.
Was it DeAndre? No, Andre Drummond.
It was. No,
listen. Do you remember that viral Twitter thing where they show Andre Drummond and then there was a cut to Will Chamberlain? No, they tried to compare.
You know what? Andre Drummond be rebounding though.
He do, but you know what's funny? You know Andre Drummond said in the clip that he literally would miss his own shot to get his own rebound. Yeah, that's why he has crazy rebound numbers.
To get his stats.
Yeah, I know. So like, but yeah. LeBron fan, love LeBron. I'm not a crazy LeBron fan. I'm not going out there singing LeBron. No.
The song kind of goes.
Yeah, I know it does, but like, that's pretty much it. I just love basketball. Really, I just feel like
it's a beautiful sport.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like in our generation, it's just not like It's so much negativity added to it because of Twitter and like people on debate shows like First Take. Even though I'm not trying to hate on First Take, because First Take really set the groundwork. I would say, like especially Stephen A. Smith, like with journalists, especially black journalists. But I just feel like sometimes the debates are somewhat forced, where it should be more of a natural debate. Like you don't have to down one player to compare to bring up another. Like
they can both,
they can both be great. They can both be equally great, and that's why I really want to go. I really hope we can do that with our podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love basketball. I love basketball, and I think this partnership is pretty much going to be good. But we gotta dive into, at least for a little bit, these playing games.
Which one to start with?
Let's see. I would say the first few playing games were kind of underwhelming, low key. Except the Grizzlies Warriors game was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the Hawks Magic, man,
I like that game.
they lost 120-95.
But they had. I like the Magic.
Okay.
I like a few years ago. I think it was I guess it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
I saw them versus the Wizards, and Paulo and Franz had a terrible game, but Cole Anthony went off. He became one of my favorite players that day.
He's a microwave player.
Yeah. And he's you know why? It's because he shoots middies.
Yeah,
I was like, wow.
Yeah, he just comes off the bench and he just
And I'm a fan of Jalen Suggs. I took his over. I was the last day I bet because of Jalen Suggs. I took his over on 3-pointers. The first 9 points of the game, 6 of them were from his 3-pointers. He didn't make another one the rest of the game.
That's crazy.
The rest of the game. But I'm a big Magic guy, and I'm a big. I don't like Trae Young, but I like when he proves me wrong.
Why you say you don't like Trae Young? Because I love Trae Young. I love him. I can understand why the foul baiting, but I feel like he doesn't do that much anymore.
Honestly, I don't dislike him. I just don't. He's just not my favorite guy.
I get it. I'm gonna say this: Trae Young has MVP qualities. I know that sounds crazy to say.
Good.
No, listen, he's an automatic third. Okay, he doesn't defend, but I mean, the closest comparison. I'm not trying to compare them player to player, but at least look at the old Warriors, right? Steph. I'm not saying Steph is a slouch defensively. Like a lot of times, Steph got a lot of slack defensively because he was the worst defender on the court. Because he was the worst defender on the court doesn't mean you're a back foot. He was just playing with Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, some of the best defenders of all time. But I would say this: yes, Trae Young is a bad defender, but he really can't do much. I've seen him
the same height as me. I know.
Yeah, I know. I've seen him in real life. He's not. Yeah, he's not 6 feet. I'm not. I'm like, if this goes viral, he's not. I want to see his compare heights because he's definitely not 6 feet.
Yeah.
But imagine just him in a system where he's surrounded around great defenders, and I just feel like obviously defense isn't his thing. But at least I'll give Trae some credit. At least the last few years, I feel like he's been trying more. As long as you try, I feel like. Just don't slouch. Don't do James Harden defense from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Where James Harden is sitting. Exactly. So, at least you try. But I understand what you're saying that from that point. I just feel like you can't argue with a guy that gives you 30 and 11. That's that offense. It is that, some people try to say that Trae Young forces it, kind of.
I don't think he forces it. I just think that's his game. I think especially this year, though, his game is opened up because Jalen Johnson's good.
Exactly. He is one of the most unknown first picks ever. They don't talk about him.
No one says anything about him.
Barney James gets more coverage than him.
His name isn't wrong.
I know, but that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it is pretty wild, especially because he's rookie of the year. Yeah, undoubtedly, he's having a great season. Stephon Castle's good, but he doesn't. I don't think he gets enough playing time.
No, okay, so
he doesn't get enough tape.
I would say maybe in the first half of the season, but the second half of the season where Victor got injured, it was pretty much just him.
It was Castle.
And if you look at his numbers, it's low, but it's just because he's the only guy that can really do anything.
Yeah.
So I just feel like him taking that mature responsibility of taking the rounds with the team. If you go and watch some of those games, he was really mature as a girl. Obviously his jump shot isn't coming around. Also,
isn't he a little older too?
Yeah, I think he played 1 year in college and then 1 year in college. So, but I don't know, because Zack and Nasir has had some games.
Yeah,
he's had some games. He's a very good catch and shoot player, which is very good ability to have playing with Trae Young. He's not got volume with your hands a lot, and he knows where to fit in the right spot.
He's intelligent.
He's very smart as a player. So I don't know. It's going to end up. I'm not gonna lie. I care about a rookie year race, but not as much this year. Next year, with Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, it's going to be more of a
I think Cooper Flag is a fraud.
What?
But I might be wrong. I just think every time I happen to watch him play, he doesn't play great.
I'm gonna say this is from the perspective of someone who doesn't watch college basketball a lot. I think he might be. I I think people are trying to hype him up to he. I don't think he's gonna be a superstar per se. I can see him being that, but I think he's more of a 2, like a very, very great second option.
I think he's really good defensively.
Yeah, I think he's a very good second option that maybe can blossom into a first option. Mm-hmm. I would say because he obviously has the defensive versatility. Like he plays with his heart. Like I like players that play with his heart a lot. Like Zion, somewhat I would say. Even though Zion has his
when he does play,
like defensive versatility is staying out of this world. You know, he got mid range game, he shoot 3, but like. I think I was watching one this TikTok I watched. He analyzed college basketball a lot, and he was saying certain flaws that Cooper Flag has. It might not shine a lot because he's in college.
Yeah.
But then when he gets in the NBA, it's going to be on paper. But I don't know, because I feel like we've seen a lot of players that come out of college. They get called overhyped. They get called not this, not that. And then a few years pass, and they're one of the best players in the league. So
and I think he's definitely good. He has the tools there. He has flashes, but I guess second option is where I see him as well. Now I think about it because I don't know if you know what the thing about him is though.
What is it?
He's really young.
He is really.
He's really
he's class, but at the same time though, that might be an advantage. Mm-hmm. And then if he's really young, that means you don't have to speed it up like a 21, 22-year-old.
Yeah.
He's 19, so he has the luxury of having growing pains, you know. So then by the time
going to any team,
exactly. Well, actually, I'm glad you said that. What team do you want Cooper Flag to go to?
Well, my roommate's a Wizards fan, so they want to ruin his life.
No, don't do that.
I don't really have a team that I would want him to go to though.
I want to see him in the Nets, but it's not even based off basketball. I just think the Nets. I just think the Nets have a cool jersey. I just think you look tough for the Nets jersey.
I get that.
Why are you saying the Nets are bad though?
They can't develop players. You know, I think.
I mean, what do you mean? What's the most recent young players they've had? Because I would say they developed players or do you want to count Spencer Dinwiddie or no? He just flourished.
Spencer Dinwiddie just
What about Jared Allen?
Jared Allen is good, but I think he just had tools to be good defensively, you know? And he became good defensively. I think Nick Claxton, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I think they're good at getting guys who have they're good at scouting. You know, they're good at drafting guys who have a lot of potential, but I feel like they don't. Maybe it's a coaching. Maybe it's.
Well, they did recently get the coach they have now is relatively new, and do you know that stretch the Nets went on the last end of the season when they kept winning games? It's
the Nets do that. They did that last season and the season before, where everybody was tricked into them, and they had to trade Schroeder.
Yeah, right. And then Schroeder went to the Warriors. It was terrible.
Yeah,
man, that was crazy.
That happens. Buddy Hield, same thing.
Buddy Hield started out crazy.
Yeah,
and then he went back to being normal.
Yeah. And then who was the guy? Who did the Warriors trade? It wasn't
Wiggins.
No, it wasn't Wiggins. It was a guy they just got, or maybe he got hurt and then they traded him. Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. Well,
he was really good.
What team? Do you know what team he's on right now?
I forgot. No, because he got a season-ending injury. But I was.
Oh, DeAnthony Melton. No, that's the.
Yes, it was DeAnthony Melton. No, because he was a free agent. DeAnthony Melton went to the Warriors and he got hurt and they traded him. I forgot what the package was, but I really wanted to see Melton.
Oh wait, hold on, let me see.
I think
you're right. Yeah, okay.
Because he.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, okay. So he played. Oh yeah, the Warriors. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, because they got Anthony Melton. It's he's a defensive guard. So
he was defensive and he can score when you need him to. And I thought that was perfect next to Steph. And it made me sad.
But hey, listen, you got Gary Payton.
Yeah,
that's the point. That's the point center.
Yeah,
he never brings the ball up ever. He's literally just he's 6'5".
He's a hard-nosed guy.
Just for a center, but I think the Hawks and the Magic. I would say the Magic more because they have Paulo, Franz. I think they both have great futures. Mm-hmm. I really want to see what the Hawks. I really want to see this Hawks team with Johnson back next year.
Yeah.
So then him and Zachary Richard, I feel like they're going to flourish because Zachary Richard doesn't really need the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Whereas Johnson does. I like when he has ball in his hands. Yeah, and he's playmaking. I like the big wings, like playmaking. That's my favorite thing.
And that's what the Hawks needed too, because it was the Trey show. If Trey had a bad night, you lose. You know, but then you got the emergence of Johnson,
Dyson Daniels. Oh man, I love him.
Defensive.
This man, hey yo, bro, he has the most stops since I think
ever.
Like it's either gonna be him or Draymond Green with the facility here.
Yeah,
I think Draymond's probably gonna win it because the Warriors. Yeah, and he's literally making his own case on his podcast, which is hilarious. So
his podcast is funny.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels is amazing, bro. Like defensive, I swear every time, I'll have league pass, so I'll be going from game to game. Every time I would go into a Hawks game, it just seems like Dyson Daniels.
His hands always on the ball.
Either steal a block and
or stop clamping someone.
Yeah, you know how you have like a player that sometimes can be only good at one thing defensively.
Mm-hmm.
He can everything.
Yeah, because he can go 1 through. I don't know, 1 through 5, 1 through 4.
1 through 1 through. Yeah, okay.
1
yeah.
through 3 and a half.
6'5".
Yeah.
6'5". So
I don't think it's a skill thing. I think it's just height.
Yeah.
The reason we lost the plot a little bit. The reason I like the Hawks vs Magic game is because I had it on when I was cooking dinner when it started, and I looked at the score. It was like 53-35, and I was like, man.
Then they came back.
Yeah, then they came back.
That's what I saw. They came back, and then they just shut down. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think if the Hawks don't. Okay, if the Hawks, and this is very predetermined or whatever. This is crazy, but because free agency and stuff like that. But if the Hawks don't do anything, if they're not at least like 6 seed, at least guaranteed to make the playoffs, bro. I can't trade him. I don't know where he's going. I think so. I
think if they throw him the bag.
If they throw him back, but just like they keep having these mediocre seeds. They're still living off that conference finals run years ago. Like they keep saying, "Oh, maybe you might go back." Y'all not going back, especially if the Magic get a point. They're missing a point guard and they're missing shooting still, which is crazy because you got KCP. He just fell off. I guess that was and
also he's not playing next to Jokic.
Yeah, he's not playing next to Jokic. He's not playing next to LeBron. Yeah. But I don't know because I feel like you've seen players come to new teams, and the first year is in the right, it's not the right situation. The next year flourishes.
I also feel like KCP's a real good defensive guy, and he's a vet, and he's won before. Yeah. So I think he brought a good mentality. Like there's, how like you're watching a game, they call a timeout, and they like cut to players walking off the court. Yeah. Almost every time I watch the Magic, every time they cut to them, they're showing KCP. Yeah. And KCP's like coaching someone up. He's coaching Apollo. Yeah. And I think that's good for Apollo. Because he's a guy that is capable defensively. Yeah. But and he's good defensively, but I think he could be better. I think a KCP can instill that in him.
But then, I'll say that, but then he has so much of an offensive load. Yeah. I don't know if,
he should, they need to make something happen.
Yeah. Okay, so I think him and Franz, like the 1-2, I like that, because they really, I think the problem was last year that they never would have big games together. Yeah. And this year, they just 30, 25, so it's been more consistent. Yeah. I think they really need to find a lock-in third option. Yeah. They can't score at all. It's sad. Yeah. It's so sad.
Mo has flashes, like you said. Yeah. But, still, it's just not. If you get a point guard on that team, and then you get a big who can set a good screen and roll, I think that would help a lot. Yeah. I don't know why the first name coming to my head is a Clint Capella.
You know what's crazy? I can see that low key. Clint Capella's always gonna have a job because he does everything good. Yeah. I just feel like he doesn't do anything great, so that's maybe why teams don't keep him. Yeah, but
he's solid.
Yeah, he's gonna give you double doubles. He's gonna give you solid defense. You know? I remember one year he was in the split conversation. Yeah, split year conversation.
That was one of the Harden years.
Yeah. But let's go. Let's zoom through these playing games before we get to the real playoffs. So after the Hawks game, let me try to find it real quick. So after the Hawks game, where is it? Where did it go? Okay, so after the Hawks game was the Grizzlies Warriors game, right? That was a close one. Ja got injured and everything. I think Jimmy had a really good game.
Jimmy had a good game.
Yeah, Jimmy had a really good game.
He had 35.
Yeah, he had 38, 7 and 6. Steph had 37, 8 and 4. They both had. I don't know. It's crazy. They click. So it's weird because Jimmy's like the complete opposite of Steph.
Yeah.
He's a mid-range slashing type guy. Steph's more of just a shooter, but maybe like opposites attract type thing, you know?
Yeah, I think it's they just have experience. Like they've been around the block, you know? They've won a lot. They like to win. They know what it takes to win. And I think another thing is that Steph can bring the ball up, but I don't think he likes to bring the ball up.
I think he likes playing off ball. Yeah. And I understand that.
And Jimmy likes having the ball. Yeah. So when you have that, and then you throw Draymond in the mix, who can like set your screens, he can pass for you, he can orchestrate a little bit.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah. That's kind of all you need.
He's a quarterback, and then I guess like Steph and Jimmy are like the receivers.
Yeah, you know? Jimmy's like a running back.
Yeah, Jimmy's like a running back. Steph, yeah. I watched a little bit of this game. I'm not a little bit. I watched like highlights mainly. But the one big thing I always say from the Grizzlies side of things, like I don't know, I just feel like ever since they fired the coach, it's just been like because they literally were a 3 seed. They were like a top seed, and like the firing happened, and everything just went downhill. Yeah. But one thing I'll say, at least before the massacre that happened the couple games ago when they almost lost by like 50, or they did lose by 50.
Oh yeah.
Ja was cool. I know it was really bad. But one time I swear it was like 150. I think it was crazy.
Yeah.
But Ja in the season very good. He like had multiple 20+ point games.
I mean, Ja's gonna do his thing.
He's gonna do his thing. You gotta stop doing it.
The grenades.
It's tough. It's very tough.
My uncle was talking to me about an Easter dinner. He was like, "Why is Ja throwing grenades?" I was like. It's kind of cool.
It's funny. It's celebration. I like Ja. I'm not gonna lie. Like you gotta stop doing it crazy. But I like Ja.
Yeah.
Jared Jackson. He didn't really have like a. Well, he shot like 4. He was 4 down from 3.
Yeah.
But like, let's talk about the main attraction.
No, you got it.
The main attraction of the Grizzlies, though they almost lost by like
a whole game.
Really bad, bro. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch it because, like, bro, no. Listen, the first few minutes it was almost over. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened with the Grizzlies. Like, it was just they got dissected. I don't know. Like, the Thunder are just such a dominant team. They're so dominant. Shea had like his least scored points since October 2024, which is crazy. So
at halftime, I looked at this is my interaction with the game was I was at Easter dinner. There was a wall right here. I guess lunch. Yeah. There was a wall right here. I could go like this to score the game and talk to my family. Yeah. So I was talking to my family. We were talking basketball, and my uncle was like, "Is there a game on now?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the Thunder Grizzlies." And I peeked my head around the corner, and I'm like, "What?"
I know. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I at least thought the Grizzlies, because the one thing you hear about the Grizzlies gritting ground. Yeah. I thought they would give you something, but like, dang, like, the Thunder might pull it off. Be like, would they be the youngest team to ever win?
They're probably up there.
They're gonna have to. They're definitely gonna be up there. Yeah, I think the Thunder were like the youngest team to make it to the finals. Yeah, right. So, which is crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, and then we saw the score. I think there was like 6 minutes left in the second quarter or something. Yeah. And me and my uncle were looking at the stats. 6 Thunder players had 12 points or more.
Yeah, I know. They
before halftime.
They ended the game with Jalen. Oh, that's Aaron Williams. Let's see. So yeah, Jalen Williams had 20, 25 20 points, 5 rebounds, assists. Chet had 19 and 10. Isaiah Hartenstein had 14 and 8. Shea had 15, 3 and 5. He didn't really have a good game, but it didn't matter. Aaron Williams.
First time he scored under 20.
I know, it's crazy. He's the most consistent 30 ball since what, Kobe? Yeah. So like James Harden. Aaron Williams had 21. Lou Dort 4-8 from 3. It was just a total beatdown. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Jaren Jackson was 2 of 13. Bane was 3 of 12. Scottie Pippen Jr.
The Grizzlies are just too. One, I don't think they have enough, and 2, I think they're too inconsistent.
I don't know. Is Ja first option? I feel like because like you see it, you see the flashes of like Derrick Rose, like I can see it. It's just like I don't know. I feel like they're missing something. This is one that I want KD to go to the Grizzlies.
Really?
I know that sounds weird. I know it's gonna be weird to see him in the Grizzlies jersey. But like I just feel like
he looked tough in the retro 35s though.
But they have I think they have the picks. They have the players. Like Scottie Pippen Jr. is a very good young player. They still have Gigi Jackson, who hasn't played since like remember him? He was balling.
Actually,
they have the pieces, and like I feel like they're missing like they missing something, and shoot, KD might fix it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe some.
I just feel like it's either the Grizzlies or the Rockets.
Yeah.
Preferably maybe the Rockets. I feel like they have more of a foundation. And I feel like Ime will use KD so well.
Yeah,
for sure. He's just he's a very good coach. Even though they lost.
I say stop very lightly, but Ime was the first guy to like really stop KD.
Yeah. That Celtics series. So then that was crazy. That was so long ago too.
Yeah. Swept them.
You're right. They got swept. Dang. So KD got swept twice.
Damn. Yeah.
Dang.
One was in the first round.
KD went out sad, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. But after that game, it was the Celtics Magic. So we got the Celtics. And then the Celtics. Actually, it was kind of a close game at some point, but the Celtics just,
That's how they work.
Yeah.
That's how, they like to play with their food.
I'm not gonna lie, I understand it. Like, if you're a type of team that that can make what's the average threes you think the Celtics make a game? 15, 16?
They got 3 players with more than 250.
So, they can shoot the life out of the ball. So, I mean, I understand if you know you're going to dominate, I understand why you play with your food, but I mean, you still out there to compete, so you still got to give it your all.
I think they don't take teams seriously as they should.
Until
the crackhead Joe Mazzulla in the locker room, he's like, lock in.
Yeah, that man is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but I like it. Him and JJ Redick are sickos. Yeah. I love it.
Not Ime. Joe is a real sicko.
Yeah.
JJ is like a basketball sicko.
Yeah.
Joe is like legitimately like a strange human being.
Yeah, he would. yeah. But I mean, shoot, it won the championship.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest, if you want to talk about the Magic, Paulo had a really great game. He had 36, and then Franz, they pretty much didn't have anyone else to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of the thing. It's just 1 through 6 for the Celtics can give you 30 on any given night, and then the other 2 the Celtics are just too deep. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They just have too much.
I would say the biggest headline from the game is Jason Tatum going down with injury.
It's the same wrist too.
Yeah.
And he looked uncomfortable on it, but I think
hopefully, I'm not gonna lie. Even if he is, if Jason Tatum's at 70%, they can still win the ring. That's how good the Celtics are. I'm not gonna lie. I know that might sound crazy, but if they're at 70%, I can see them winning it. At least they're gonna make. I can see it, bro. The Celtics are really good, yo.
Jaylen Brown's gonna have to step up though. He's gonna have an off year.
Yeah.
He hasn't been.
I don't know. He has, but it's weird. He'll have stretches when he looks really good.
Yeah.
He'll have stretches when he looks really bad. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I might be a little bit biased with JP. I just love to see his development. I love developmental players like Jimmy, Jaylen Brown, Pascal Siakam, or even if you want to go no disrespect, Jeremy Grant, lower Jeremy Grant, who was a guy who just went from corner shooter, just a guy to put the ball on the floor.
Second, third
option.
Option.
So I love those type of players. So I've always had a heart for Jaylen Brown, but I think the Celtics are gonna be good though.
No, this should be, and I mean you got Richard Pritchard.
Richard Pritchard. Yeah, 6 man a year.
Yeah, 6 man a year for sure. Yeah, I think the Celtics just have too many guys. You got Derek White going for 30.
Derek White is so. I'm gonna lie. When I have a son and he plays, I'm gonna model his game after Derek White.
Yeah.
You can realistically, you're not. It's not realistic to be I'm gonna be LeBron. You can be Steph. I mean, maybe if you're confident, but you can beat Derek White.
Yeah, you
shoot
can be
threes,
Derek White.
play defense.
I think Derek White could be averaging 27.
I think Derek White is a fringe all-star. I really do.
I think he's only a fringe all-star because he's playing. Yeah, he's an all-star. If he's on any other team.
Even Spurs, Derek White. This is going to middle school. He had a playoff series with the Spurs. He did crazy one game, a few games. So I don't know, but I can see that.
Yeah, I mean. He's just good.
He just really got love there, White. He hooping with that bald head. I'm glad he cut it off. It was looking bad. I'm not gonna lie. That was not
the
it.
Hairline back.
Nah, that was he would go to what if he going Turkey?
Hair transplant.
Get the hair transplanted because that was not it. Let's transition to the Heat Cavs game, which even though the score was 21 on 100, the Heat they fought a little bit, The Cavs. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I just think the Heat don't have enough.
But I'm gonna say this though, they don't have enough. But I love their future. I love their young.
Really?
Khalil Ware is tough.
Khalil Ware is good.
Khalil Ware is tough.
But then,
Bam. Okay.
I mean, Hawkins is terrible.
I don't know what happened to my boy, bro.
And I was a big fan of Jaime.
Yeah, his rookie season was great.
Yeah.
He can handle the ball, he can score, he was a solid defender.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in a sophomore slump. Maybe he comes back. Even Nikola Jovic was really good, you know?
Yeah.
So, like,
I don't know if I'd count on Jovic if that's the future. But
yeah. More like a role player, but, like, I think Tyler, I don't know if his peak is first. I don't know. But Tyler Hero be looking so good. It's hard to not say he could be a first option.
No, my friend texted me after the playing game.
Yeah.
My friend texted me and he said, Tyler Hero is better than Tyrese Halliburton.
No. Tyrese Halliburton, his playmaking is just out of this world.
I know, yeah.
Like, if you put Tyrese Halliburton on the Heat, actually, I'm going to say, if you put Tyrese Halliburton on the Heat, I think they're a lot better. Because his playmaking is just crazy. Like the way that he's like a genius. He's a basketball genius. Like, he be having like 20 assists and 0 turnovers. Like, and Tyler Hero's a great scorer. His playmaking has developed so much.
It's gotten better
much.
But he doesn't look to play make. He doesn't want to play make.
I think his peak is an elite second option.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
And Bam is you know what's Bam, especially the last game, Bam be having his moments of like,
yeah, you could be so great. That's why he was on Team USA.
Take it. Yeah, he was balling with Team USA. Take it, but you can be the first option. This is before Jokic's emergence, obviously. I used to make arguments that Bam was better. And I think, yes, but this is before their emergence. Before them, like, when Jokic was still passive, 19, 10, and 6 type stuff. But, like, I was like, bro, you can do it. You do similar. Yeah, I know. You can do similar things to Jokic. You can handle the ball. You're a significantly better defender than he is.
His shooting has gotten a little bit better.
His mid-range. Like, bro, just take it. And it's just like, you have games like last night where he was aggressive. Like, I know the stat line says he was 10 or 22, but he was stupid. Sometimes the stat line it fools you.
Yeah, especially because he's a defensive guy.
It's just like, bro, just take it. Just take it. But Davion I think his most consistent thing is his defense, obviously. Which
it's hard to follow up defensively. Yeah. I don't even think it's inconsistency. I just think sometimes he goes out and like doesn't want to score. Like he doesn't try to score.
He's a very passive. He's very passive. Yeah. But Davion Mitchell, I love him. Davion Mitchell's tough. Yeah. I love that the Heat were able to get Davion Mitchell, bro. Like, bro, he be putting the ball on the floor. Yeah. And like he's already a great defender. Playmaking, he had like 9 assists in this game. His 3-point shot seems to be getting around. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be a franchise point guard or anything, but like, I like him. He's cool.
He's a solid.
He just fits. He fits culture.
I think Davion would actually look really good on the Magic.
Oh wow, that'd be tough. Yeah. I don't know if the Heat would trade him, but
definitely not.
I can see that.
You know, that's kind of why I was like, you said the Heat's future. They're not gonna make any moves.
They're not. But I mean, like. I know we said, but I feel like every time the Heat odds are against them, they always. I mean, like when they got Jimmy Butler, we didn't expect them to go to finals. Yeah, they did. I know. And like, I don't know. I just believe in Spoelstra and Pat Riley. I feel like they're in
Spoelstra. I used to believe in Pat.
You think because he's getting older, he's not with time and stuff?
I mean, it's not even that. I just think he needs to. I think he's like stubborn.
I can see maybe. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe Pat gives like just Eric Spoelstra the GM and head coach role at some point.
Right,
maybe.
Right, kind of like
did that. Jeff Van Gundy, Pistons. Yeah. Or like Doc Rivers for the Clippers.
Doc shouldn't be giving anything.
You mess with, I mean, I know.
No, I love Doc. He got us a championship.
We'll talk about that the other day. But I think the Doc Rivers hate is unwarranted because he just been in the most crazy situations, like the Lob City Clippers. Chris Paul was always injured. Blake was always injured. Then was he on the Clippers both times? No. Yeah.
Doc
Doc was on the Lob City Clippers, right? As a coach. Yeah. Then he was with the Kawhi Leonard Clippers too. And he was a Clippers head coach for a minute, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, so like I didn't think Kawhi and Paul George was always injured. I just feel like he just ends up in the most unfortunate situations.
Yes.
So it's like
he don't be making the best of what he's given though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like what he did to Ben. I don't like how he put all the blame on Ben. Mm-hmm. And I hate the discourse
that's what he does.
around Ben, bro. I hate it.
Really?
I hate because Ben. bro, Ben Simmons. I know the jump shot was never going to come, but like, we don't care about jump shot. Defensively, he should.
Yeah, I mean, he had the tools.
Defensively, defensive player of the year for sure. Playmaking out of his world. Ball can handle the ball like a guard. Like, but I feel like Ben Simmons is going to be one of those like not forgotten players, but he's just going to be remembered as the guy that they didn't want to get fouled because
they want to shoot.
Ben, he just was so good. He was so good.
He was. I was right.
I mean, to sum that up, Giannis did everything for the Bucks. Kuzma had a 0-0-0 game. I'm gonna say it again.
He's missing Chris Middleton.
He had a 0-0. He had a Tony Snell game. I can't defend you no more, Kuz. You know I love you.
Yeah.
You know you've been with the Lakers. He was with the Lakers for the beginning, bro. But like 0, you couldn't get a rebound. You couldn't get a rebound, a layup.
Especially without what's his name, without Damon.
You couldn't even got a 3.
You couldn't try to do anything.
I'm not gonna lie, 6, 1, and 2 would have been better.
Yeah.
Man. The Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton did what Tyrese Halliburton does. Offensively, he wasn't really that good, but he played
11 or something.
Yeah.
Passed well.
Playmate out of this world.
Yeah.
Siakam 25 and 7.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That's one thing. Because going into last year, I was way higher on the Pacers than I probably should have been.
I think I'm higher on them this year than last year.
Really? I
just think that they have a better I don't know. I just feel like this year I think their defense is better because remember last year their only way they would win is if they outscored teams.
Yeah, because they didn't defend anything.
But I mean, I know Dame's not here, but 98, they'll be below 100, and Ben the Master actually played really good defense.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ben. I'm a big fan of Nesmith.
Yeah,
I was real mad when we traded him.
Yeah, he a shooter though. He can shoot.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, y'all got paid for it.
Yeah, that's true.
You got Hauser.
I'm a fan of Nemhard. And I like a wing. I like a wing who's gonna run in transition. Like the Pacers last year were probably my favorite team to watch.
Yeah,
one because they're scoring crazy, but two because it's just a bunch of wings who want to run in transition and a playmaking point guard. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
someone who only wants to pass. So I was high on them then, and this year I think they can run it back. They got the little beef. So I mean, kind of.
With Giannis. I thought you were going to say with the Knicks.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, so that's why I like this series, especially with Dame out. It gives them more of a chance because I think with Dame, I mean. Yeah,
Dame's supposed to come back game 2 though.
Yeah.
So and then did you see him and Tyrese and Dame chopping it up?
Yeah.
So I like that. I like Dame might drop 50.
Mm-hmm.
He might. He was messing them up last year. Last year he was going crazy. Sure. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm big on the Pacers, but I could see them also not. If they win this series, I think this could go either way, which sucks for Giannis. I think this could go either way. I think that's the end of their run.
6 straight playoff losses. I mean, for context though, he was injured, but
he was, but still, when he was healthy, he wasn't. I don't know about Giannis sometimes.
What you mean?
He's an MVP candidate. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I think that honestly, it's not even Giannis. It's just the Bucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. Giannis obviously is always gonna have flaws, shooting, whatever.
Yeah.
His mid-range this year,
it's gotten a lot better.
Ooh,
normally I laugh when he takes.
He was comfortably making them.
Yeah.
He was comfortably pulling up.
And confidently taking them too.
Go Giannis. He was hoping.
Maybe that means next year he'll be shooting threes.
I don't know about that.
He takes a mid-range. It turns into deep twos. And then shallow threes.
slowly.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I don't know, man. The Bucks, I don't think they should never trade Drew Holiday. When they trade Drew Holiday,
love it though.
I know. When they trade Drew Holiday, they got rid of all of their. They lost a lot of picks. They just lost a lot of capital. And then you go and trade Chris Middleton to the Wizards, which I mean my fault. Which I mean I understand Chris is getting older, and I guess that was kind of a smart trade because you don't want to pay him that, but still Kuzma not giving you much.
Especially for Kuzma too.
Yeah.
Some more.
Brook Lopez is getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Kevin Porter Jr. I think he's giving them something off the bench. This game he wasn't much.
I mean, I don't think they're really. I don't see them as a serious.
I don't know. I think Dame changes a lot. I think Giannis might leave. Not now. I don't know, man. I don't know what they do. They did themselves in this hole where like
everyone's old.
Everyone's old.
You're locked into.
You're playing Dame, like, and then you trade Dame and trade Dame who's older. It's like he's already having these injuries. Like
he's already gotten the peak value out of it.
What do you do to pivot? Like, I'm not gonna lie. If they want their organization to succeed for the future, their best choice might be to trade Giannis. If you trade Giannis, you get first round picks. You're gonna get a young player. You're gonna get
you should get at least 2.
Yeah, you're gonna get all the necessary things to go and be successful in the future. But keep Giannis, he's gonna keep being like Giannis is Giannis. He can bring a bunch of role players to the playoffs.
Like, definitely.
But it's just only so much. You're not like at best maybe they get a second round appearance. It's not gonna make the finals. So like,
and that's the thing too. It's like Giannis, you know what he's gonna bring defensively.
Yeah. Bobby
Portis is.
What happened to Bobby, man? I used to call him Big Shot Bob, man.
Really?
Yeah, the Suns series, he was hoop. That's finals. He had some crazy shots.
Bobby's an interesting guy.
He's like Nas Reed, like he used to be Nas Reed, like peak, but he's like light now, you know?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you got Bobby, and then you got an older Brook who has been getting slightly worse each year.
He is, but Brook, I'm not gonna lie, he's been doing his thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
And I mean, that's what Brook's gonna do. You know? But I think the real thing we need is a guard defender. Because trading Drew, their whole defense was based around Drew and Giannis, and then Brook, who's gonna back then he was getting blocks for it, you know. So you would have someone to slow down the guard, you know, Drew wouldn't stop every time, and then funnel them into Brook and Giannis, you know. But now they don't have that. That's, I think, their biggest flaw is that you got Dame out there. He's trying his best to defend. But, I mean, if you blow right past him, Giannis doesn't have enough time to get in position. Brook doesn't have enough time to get in position, you know. And that puts too much stress on a dinosaur that Brook is. And with the offensive load of Giannis, he's still going to perform defensively, but he can't be 99 overall offense and defense the whole game.
I would love to see Giannis for another elite defender.
Yeah,
he would be so.
I mean, you kind of did see it for a little bit.
Yeah, with Drew.
I would say, and Drew. Yeah. I mean, they won a championship.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think I don't want him to lead because I love the one team players. I love our generation of. I love our generation of team movement. Huh?
I couldn't imagine him on a team.
I couldn't I can't even see him with another jersey.
Yeah.
It would be weird. Like, I just feel like he fits Bucks.
Yeah.
But like,
he is
if he wants to get another ring or contend for more than one ring, it's like he might have to leave. I don't know.
Yeah. I could say F spacing and just go to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I keep saying this, bro. The Rockets, man. The Rockets probably have it's crazy. The Rockets are in a great position because they have their young players and everything, and they're successful. Like, they're 52 wins, second seed.
Yeah, and you got Fred going up. You got Dylan going up too.
They can go and trade for Giannis or KD.
Yeah,
they keep doing it. And then you bring in Giannis, and then let's say they do a Bucks Rockets trade. Who's the centerpiece of it? Amen, probably.
Amen, maybe Jalen.
Because Şengün is really good, but I feel like they would probably want Amen because he's younger.
Yeah,
shows more promise, maybe. So Amen.
So I feel like Şengün's right at his ceiling too.
Yeah. Amen, and who else did you say?
Jalen might be in there. Jalen Green.
Jalen, yeah. So let's say you get Amen, Jalen,
some
then
picks.
Did they give out restructure or keep him?
I think you could get away with keeping him, especially
because he hadn't done nothing.
You know, I think this depends though, because if you're going with the Bucks are going to get a good trade out of you. Yeah. But if you're trading for KD, the Suns don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, the Suns, man.
Definitely.
Bro, do you hear what the Suns owner said? He said
they're content.
Any team, any of the 30 teams or 29 teams in the NBA would love to be in my position.
Yeah.
Why?
No one would.
You have Bradley Beal on a no trade clause. I love Bradley Beal. Hey, I grew up going to Wizards game. I met Bradley Beal actually when I was younger. My cousin played in a junior NBA game, and we got to meet all the players. So I love Bradley Beal. Yeah. Like he was part of the reason I love basketball. But yeah, so like you gave him a no trade clause.
Yeah, and he's still got 3 more years.
And it's like, even though like is it 3 years?
I think
it's
2 after this.
Yeah. I think it's slowly declining. But like, bro, no, y'all suck.
Especially with the new CBA too, and how that's going to affect everything.
I don't even want to talk about the Suns. They just pissed me off.
Yeah,
because I was really hyped on them.
KD.
Times you get two of the best, like passing point, like not passing point, but like guys that don't turn the ball over a lot. And Tyus Jones and Monte Morris.
Yeah,
and like I love them. Like, well, you do that and then you don't do anything with it. And then you had Nurkic out there shooting threes.
Jesus Christ,
that man was shooting
like get me started on Nurkic.
41% from the field as a freaking center. I'm like, bro, Ryan Dunn is cool. I like him.
Yeah.
You know. I like what's the other young guy they got there? I'm not thinking, but well, is it Bobo? I know Bobo. Yeah, I know, but I feel like it was another guy.
No, I know what you're talking about.
No,
I was gonna say Chris.
It's another guy because I remember he reminded me of Draymond kind of.
Really?
It says he's a playmate. I don't remember his name, but
But I think another one of the biggest problems with the Suns is we just spent probably like a couple minutes talking about them. We haven't mentioned Devin Booker once.
Yeah, and you know, Devin Booker's been amazing. These last few years, he's had some of his best seasons. I just feel really bad because
he stepped up his playmaking, his defense.
He's probably going to sign that 2-year extension.
I would.
He's probably going to sign it.
He's stuck there.
I'm not going to lie. You know what the Suns could do? They're not going to contend. But you can trade KD. Would you rather them go trade for like pieces to get like high draft picks, or like go trade for a star to add alongside the Booker so they can at least make it to the playoffs?
You tried putting stars next to Booker.
Yeah. Do you want to see Booker sitting on like a lottery team for the next 2 seasons? Bro?
I mean, that's how he started.
Dang, you just going back. Dang. You just going, go for finals.
I think there are some players in the league who really, really, really want to win and care about winning.
I think
and there's some who just like to hoop, and some who are content with where they are. I'm sure he likes Phoenix.
I think he's both. I think he wants to win because I think
you throw him a bag. You're like,
I think he's both. He is young. So let's say hypothetically, right? They do this.
Yeah.
They trade KD, but they don't go trade for a star. They trade for like maybe some young pieces. Them pieces develop. They get some picks. They go on a lottery for 2 years. I think that's smarter, actually. Yeah. I think they should do that. Yeah. How old is Devin Booker? Like 27?
I think he's 28.
28. He can sit around and be on a bad team for like maybe 2 years, and then they go.
And I really don't think he'd mind it.
I don't think he'll mind because he's been to finals. He's had the most success of his career the last few years. So like maybe you remember when like the Lakers traded Shaq, and they had them years when Kobe was trying to force those teams into the playoffs.
90 shots a game.
Hey, take them. Kobe. You might have to have his Kobe years. It's ironic Kobe was a mentor, you know? Hey, have a couple seasons averaging 30.
Yeah.
Have a couple seasons averaging 30 just to say you did it. And then, like, when you want to contend, boom, they go and maybe the players develop or maybe they go and trade for something, you know? But, because I don't want to see him leave Phoenix. I don't want to see him leave. I want one team guys to become a thing again.
Yeah.
I think they
kind of are a little bit.
Yeah, Giannis.
Well, I think they were. I think this Luka trade changed everything.
Yeah, we gotta have a full or like at least a 30-minute convo about the Luka trade.
Yeah,
because that was crazy.
Yeah,
we kind of spiraled low key.
Yeah,
low key. Well, that was the Bucks game, right?
Yeah. That's
right. So Clippers Nuggets, great game.
That was
amazing game. Yeah. Clippers had it up until like I think maybe third or fourth quarter, where it feels like they just kind of gave up because I feel like.
No, I think that's just
the Nuggets
experience. Yeah,
Jokic.
I think the Nuggets do that a lot. They did that through the regular season.
Yeah,
the Nuggets are.
Well, I mean, the Clippers are pretty much vets, you know. I would say.
Yeah, but I think the Nuggets have the benefit of winning a championship together. They still have their core that they want to.
Yeah, they have Jokic.
Yeah,
that just matters a lot.
Yes, also Jokic.
And they have Jokic.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah, and I think that Jokic is going to win you games against teams like the Clippers.
Yeah.
I think the big thing for the Nuggets is that they're not going to win you games. The other team is going to lose games. They just need to capitalize.
You know what? I think I see how the Clippers in this series, though.
Really?
The Clippers are a really good team. Like, we have Zubac, what a crazy.
Zubac is crazy,
bro. Laker. Magic, you crazy for that. I love you, Magic, but I don't like you did that. That's crazy.
What, though? I don't think he would have became what he is without James Harden.
I know, I'm just hating.
I think James is his catalyst for being good.
Yeah. But even before, Zubac was always like a consistent big. But I can understand what you're saying. Like, if you go throughout James Harden's history
he
with
always
centers,
the bigs.
Clint Capella.
Mm-hmm.
Who was after Clint? They had Clint for a minute. Actually.
Yeah, it was just Clint on the Rockets.
It was Clint for a minute.
Over to
the Nets. Okay, if you go to the Nets, Claxton, and then if you really locked in, Day'Ron Sharp. That one stretch he was going crazy.
Yeah.
He just
that was random as hell.
Yeah, I know he was going crazy. I think not to go on a tangent again, but like I think my favorite version of James Harden is not the scoring; it's the playmaker side. Right. I think it just shows more of his whole bag. Mm-hmm. I just love when James Harden is picking apart defenses and just getting all his like teammates involved. Like I love that part of James Harden.
I mean, he got PJ Tucker millions of dollars.
He did. PJ Tucker. But
in that corner,
but that defense too. PJ Tucker plays some hard defense.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie. PJ Tucker, I like him. But this game was pretty good. Kawhi had like 22. Norman Powell 12. Zubac 21 and 13. Then Harden had like a crazy game. 32, 6 and 11, 4 and 9 from 3. Chris Dunn gave you 2 threes, 4 and 8 from field. Then the Nuggets, Jokic 29, 12 and 9. Murray, unfortunately, he didn't really. He had timely shots, but he was like,
LA team.
Yeah, he was. yeah. I don't know what it is. Him and Michael Porter Jr. just hate the Lakers.
Yeah, I guess so.
But speaking of Michael Porter Jr., though, he got benched.
He did.
He got benched. He got benched for. Who was it?
Was it
What did he give me for Russ? Did he give me for Russ?
I don't think it was Russ. I think it was it wasn't Peyton. It was the other one, Braun.
Oh, you're right. Yep, he got benched for Braun. Mm-hmm. And the coach was talking in the press conference. I don't remember his words. But I'm trying to paraphrase it. He's basically saying like, if Michael Porter Jr. is not going to lock in and show that he wants to be on the court or something like that, then I'm gonna go and bring out the young guy that's locked in and wants to like
prove
really
himself.
Yeah. Which I understand that's a bold move to do when you just became the new coach, and especially do that in the playoffs is kind of crazy. But I mean, it worked out for him. Yeah. Eric Gordon had a great game. I love Eric. I know he got injured. He's been injured this season, but he had like a crazy season. I love Eric Gordon. It's crazy to see like his transition, like Magic. And they was trying to like make him a guy, kind of, or like the second guy to Vucevic.
Dunk competition and everything.
And then like transition to the Nuggets where he's like a defensive guy, cuts, like
he shoots decent.
His shooting is really good this year. But I think this is gonna be one of my favorite series though.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's probably the most evenly matched.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're very balanced. Like it's not like one team is overly better than the other one. Mm-hmm. So I think that's really gonna be a very good series. Knicks Pistons. That was kind of close. That was really close.
That was an interesting game. Because the Knicks they were sleeping at the first half.
Yeah, the Pistons. Well, I thought the Pistons would have upset them.
Yeah,
because they were hooping. Yeah, they were hooping. But I didn't watch the game completely. But I watched a podcast, and they basically were talking about the Pistons came out on fire. Tobias Harris had a great 25. He had 17 in the first half.
Yeah, that sounds like Tobias. Off in the second half.
No, actually, no. It was he had 17 in the first half. Then like he kind of hooped in the second half too, and I remember one of the guys was like, "You can't waste a Tobias Harris type of game. He's not
going to get you.
He's not going to get that game again. I'd be surprised if he does." Yeah. But Cade, he started out really good, but then he ended 8 of 21. Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway was really good. Tim Hardaway had like 19. Then Malik Beasley had 20. He was 6 of 12 for 3. But it just seems like they just fell off towards the end of that game.
Yeah, they just didn't have the gas.
Brunson, with that cape on, man. Yeah. A small cape. They put that cape on. He had 34.
Cat.
Yeah.
They're Cat's hooping too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have too much to say.
Yeah. Who do you think's gonna win the series?
I think the Knicks.
The Knicks.
I could see the Pistons stealing like 2 games. Maybe
I'm not gonna lie though. Even if the Pistons lose, they tripled their wins.
Yes.
They tripled them.
Yes.
Tripled them.
They were. Okay, I know this isn't like the best research, but 2K, I rebuild a lot of teams a lot, and for some reason the Pistons are always
they're always bad. I don't know what it. Yeah, I play 2K a lot.
Insane.
Oh, really? Like
in the simulations.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So like it's so weird. So then I looked into their team more, and I really looked at how they're built. I just thought I think they're young,
Yeah.
Not that 2K is what I should basically.
Yeah, I understand. I feel you.
But I see where 2K is coming from, and it kind of came into fruition with this season.
Yeah.
They're still missing a lot.
Yeah, I think they need a guy next. I think someone needs to step up and become like the guy next to Kate Cunningham.
Yeah.
Kate Cunningham.
It was supposed to be Jivey. I was a big J.
Yeah, he got injured. He was actually doing pretty good in the beginning of the season. He got injured.
Yeah.
But damn, I lost my train of thought for a second.
Bring back what's his name?
Malik Beasley.
No, the best player of all time. He's French. He's French.
Killian
Hayes. Bring back Killian Hayes.
Don't bring that. Respectfully, hey, you probably messed me up in the 1v1.
Yeah.
But don't bring him back. But yeah, man, I like the Pistons. I think that JB Bickerstaff just brought in like a culture of winning grind. It's ironic that he did that with the Pistons. You know? So it's like I feel like having him as you see like it's like he's out there with the players and coaches. Like he's very dedicated to like making sure his players get the calls. Like refs be kind of.
I remember that one post conference he had where he was like,
it's ridiculous.
It was the Thunder, right?
Yeah. It's ridiculous what he called. I just think he established a culture there, and the players latched onto it early on and just see the results, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess the last game that we can talk about, and then we can get into like our picks for the night. Timberwolves, Lakers. We lost.
Yes.
We lost.
What do you have to say about that? I know you.
Okay, so listen. It's game one, you know, and LeBron has a history of losing game ones.
He does.
And then going and winning game two. But if I have to be like really serious, I would say that the Timberwolves just pretty much had a plan in place and they established it. They made sure the Lakers didn't play their way of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lakers having Luka Doncic, LeBron, obviously they have it talent wise, but you can see LeBron was only 8-18 from the field. And Luka had a crazy game, but he only had one assist. So I feel as though like they really was just trying to force him to score and not play make. And then Austin didn't really have like a really good game, you know. Dwayne was like 1 of 3 from 3. Gabe Vincent was 1 of 3 from 3. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Actually, that's like I don't necessarily think it was
T-Wolves.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Timberwolves game plan because as I was watching it, I remember I said to myself, the Timberwolves should win this series. I think. I want the Lakers to.
Okay.
I think it'll be a good one. This is another very evenly matched series, but I don't think that a game like this is going to happen again because it seemed to me that the Lakers were getting a lot of open shots.
Yeah, they was just missing them.
Yeah, I don't think that. What did Austin Reeves shoot? I don't think Austin Reeves is going to have a game.
Yeah, Austin Reeves probably had one of his worst. Not one of his worst. I mean, he was 5-13, 3-8 from 3. So, yeah.
I mean, it just seemed to me. Maybe he didn't like numbers wise, but those misses that you see on there, a lot of those were open shots. Yeah. You know, LeBron missed a few layups, which he's LeBron. You know, Luka.
It was great outside of playmaking, but yeah, Austin Reeves, he didn't have like that bad of a game, but he didn't have the Austin Reeves type of game. You know, usually Jackson Hayes was 0-2 from the field. He only played 8 minutes. But I'm gonna say this though.
You can't depend on Jackson.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though. Obviously, I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm trying to be unbiased. I do see the Lakers win this, but I can see this probably going like 6-7 because Timberwolves.
I agree with that.
It seems like they figured it out as a team. Like Anthony Edwards going to be the guy that scores, but he had 9 assists, which I really love that. Like, I love that his playmaking is really showing out. Jalen McDaniels has stepped up to the score, 25, 11 and 13 from the field.
Yeah.
Julius Randle, even though he had bad turnovers, 4 of 6 from 3.
I mean, that's kind of what you expect from him. But I don't think. See, I think the roles were kind of reversed in this game because the Lakers are missing wide open shots and Randle was making his shots.
So you don't think that's going to happen as much?
No. Yeah. I think that it's going to be the inverse for most of the series.
Nas Reed was hooping. 23 off the bench, you know.
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it as well, though, it's kind of a bad matchup for the Lakers because they don't have the size.
That's what I was going to say. But at the same time, Rudy doesn't use his size.
Yeah, but you have Nas Reed.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Julius.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, though. Hey, yo, Lakers, yo. Don't let if Julius Randle start doing the tween, bro.
Just press it, bro.
He's gonna turn it over. See that?
You know that too. You had him.
You know that. Everybody want to see that tween BS. That in his bag for no reason. Then he do a crazy shot at the end of the song. Everybody want to see that.
Everybody want to
see that. Hey, I heard a lot of Julius Randle with the Knicks. when he got in his bag, it was low key tough.
Yeah, when he's cooking, he's cooking. But when he's not
with
cooking,
his bag, it's really bad.
It's 14 minutes of YouTube low light.
It'd be like this. Yeah. You know, remember he did that to the fans? It'd be like that. It'd be like that. But I like this series. Obviously, because I'm a Lakers fan, but I love the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he's fun
to
watch.
I love watching him. I love like his enthusiasm.
When he went down,
and
the Lakers started coming back, and then he checked back in. He looked so determined.
Yeah, he
immediately came back in and scored I think 4 or 6 points in a row. Had an assist. I was like, it's over.
I really like this series, but let's get into our picks of the night, though.
Right.
So we have the Pistons Knicks. That's at 7:30. That's actually about to start soon. Then we have the Clippers Nuggets, which is at 10. So for the Pistons Knicks, who do you think is gonna win?
I've got the Knicks.
Okay.
For this one. I think Brunson is gonna do Brunson things. You know, playoff Brunson.
Yeah.
Honestly, not even playoff Brunson. You just know Brunson. I think he's gonna do his things, and then you got Cat there as well, and he's more consistent than Randall ever was. And I just think that's too much for the Pistons. I can't count on Tobias Harris having 17 first half points.
Do we disagree to disagree on? I don't know. I feel like the Pistons, I feel like they're gonna fight, but I still think the Knicks are just more of a seasoned team. I don't know if they're gonna pull it out. Yeah, it's hard to win at the Knicks. Yeah, I'm gonna say Knicks. I'm gonna say Knicks, even though we want to disagree. I'm gonna say Knicks. So for Clippers Nuggets, who you got?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why. You go either way, really.
I think it's very dependent on Kawhi, and honestly, no, Kawhi's gonna do his thing. It's really James. Yeah, James is gonna do his thing too, though. I think.
Because I feel like Harden having Kawhi takes so much pressure off him. So the defense can't lock in on him. And he can just go and do his thing.
For sure, and then you get the minutes when Kawhi's resting too. Then James can really pound.
Then he gets that pick and roll with Zubac. You know. Chris Dunn will get a few shots, maybe Derrick Jones Jr. So it's really up there.
But I mean, Jokic.
He's Jokic. I'm gonna say.
I think the Clippers got it though.
I'll say Nuggets just to disagree.
Yeah.
I'll say Nuggets, but I believe in the Nuggets though.
I want to go with Nuggets.
I think Jamal Murray might have a game today.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I hope so. Please. Because with Jamal Murray have it on,
maybe you'll see some yellow walking in. You think it's the wrong LA team.
That's crazy. I feel you. Yeah. But those are our picks up tonight. And I would say this is a very good episode 1.
Yeah,
I think we have pretty good chemistry. Lakers Celtics. Yeah. That's pretty good. We're gonna have a lot of good arguments and stuff. Yeah. And I love how we just rambled and we didn't go off the script. Yeah, I didn't even look at the script honestly. Yeah. We just kept talking. We just got bouncing off each other. So I think this is gonna be a really good podcast.
Yeah, I think that we can make some shape.
Yeah. So you can find us on any streaming service that provides podcasts, and then we will be making a YouTube channel as well. It'll be called the Pick and Pod Podcast, and hopefully you enjoy. And peace.
See you guys.